Pratik, please start recording.
Yeah, sure, yes. So today we will see about the data analysis on the specific block of the registry. So in the previous session, we saw we can calculate the tables and different tables. We have options in the Canvas software. Also, we can generate rates and multiple type of graphs as well. So what Canvas do is it generate the complete table or the complete graph on the whole data which you have saved in the Canvas software. Now let's suppose you want to calculate tables, you want to generate tables or graph only for specific region of that area, or I can say for a specific block. So how we can achieve this, we will see in this session. So for that, I will just quickly share my screen and we will see what are the things which we're gonna need for this session. I hope my screen is visible. Okay. Okay. So I hope we have understood what we are trying to learn today. We are trying to perform block-wise data analysis in Canvas software. So as we discussed, the Canvas software through which we can generate multiple tables and graphs. But the thing is, the Canvas software generate the table based on the complete data which we have saved in it. And let's suppose we have a requirement that we want to generate a table only for specific region, only for the cases registered in specific region or a specific block. So in that scenario, what we have to do? So the first thing would be we have to create the block population data set with filter wizard. We will obviously see all those steps in detail, but just now I am just mentioning what will be the steps to perform the data analysis blockwise in Canvas software. So the first step would be creating the block level population data set with the filter wizard. Then enter the query for block-wise cases selection in that filter wizard while creating population dataset. Now this will sound a little bit confusing for you. We will see what will be the step for this scenario with an example. But for now, we have to understand that we need a query, a certain statement, a condition through which we can understand that only this block data should be selected while generating the table. So in this step, we are specifying the condition for mentioning the specific block. And then when we create such kind of population data set, we will use the same population data set in the table builder option. So I'll just quickly repeat what we're trying to do. First step would be creating a block level population data set with the use of filter wizard. In that filter wizard, we will specify a query or a condition through which we can understand that we want data only for that block. And when we create such kind of population data set, we will use the same population data set in the table builder option. So we will see the whole thing with an example later. But first, we will try to understand what is actually a block, like what we are trying to achieve in this scenario. So what I've did is I have just have put a simple map here, and I'm assuming that this red highlighted section is my area for the PBCR. So this red highlighted section is nothing but the PBCR on which we are going to work on it. I have just expanded this whole complete PBCR in a circle format, and inside I have mentioned multiple blocks. So this B1, B2, B3 and Bn are nothing but the multiple blocks inside this PBCR, inside this region. I hope we are clear with it. Please do let me know in the chat box that what I am trying to explain, you have understood it. I'll just repeat this again. So we are assuming this is the region for the PBCR, and in this region we have multiple blocks in this region. B1, B2, B3 and Bn are nothing but the blocks of that region. Okay, so I'm reading responses from the chat box that yes, they have understood. Okay, then we will move further. So for this block B1, I have denoted a certain code for it. So 101 is a code for block B1. Similarly, for block B2, I have assigned a code 102. Similarly, for B3, block B3, the code is 142. So what I did is for each block in this specific region, I have assigned a code to it. The code is 101 for block B1, 102 for block B2 and 142 for block B3. I hope we are clear till now. Now we will move further and we will see what are those code and how we will be needing in further scenarios. So the same section, the same graph I have just copy pasted here. It is the same block B1, block B2, block B3 with the same code 101, 102, 142. And I have denoted that this is the area ABC PBCR. On the right side, what I have did is I have just expanded the B3, the block B3, and the block B3 name is YZAC. For example purpose, I have given a name as YZAC. And the code for the block B3 is 142. In the previous slide we discussed, I have given code for each block, and the code for block B3, which is nothing but YZAC, the code is 142. So as we know, in each block, we will have multiple cities or multiple villages. I'll repeat again. We know that in each block, there can be multiple cities or multiple villages. Now, how we will denote these multiple cities and villages in that block in code level? So how can I represent those cities or village in the block in code wise? So this is, you can see 142-001 city name 1. Now what is this? On the left side 142-001 is nothing but the code for city name 1. And this city name 1 comes under block YZAC. I hope we are clear what I'm trying to explain. On the right side, the cities, these cities, city name 1, city name 2, city name 3, until it goes on city name N, comes under block YZAC, comes under block B3. And the code for block B3 is 142. Hence, the code for the city which comes under block YZAC, the code will be 142-001. The code for the city 2, which comes under block YZAC, would be 142-002. Similarly for city name 3, 142-003. I hope we are clear with this coding of the cities which comes under block. Please do let me know chat box. If you have any difficulties, please do update me.
It's clear.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Okay, we also received messages from multiple team members. It is okay. I think we are all clear with this concept. Now, why I am just trying to explain this scenario, because we will be needing these codes. As I said, we are trying to perform analysis on certain block. So we need to understand what is the code for that specific block. Okay. So what I will do is I will move to the further slide and I will show what are the codes present in our Candice file system for this specific scenario. I hope we are clear with the scenario, and for this scenario I will try to explain how these codes are present in the Candice file software. So in this slide you can see for the first slide, for the first point, I have written it is simple dictionary code pattern. So in Candice file there are two type of dictionaries. I will quickly share my screen. I will try to show what I'm trying to explain. I will quickly open my Canvasify software. I will quickly try to log in to a Canvasify XML file. Okay, I have clicked on create a new record, and I'm trying to demonstrate what are the two different format of the dictionaries. So for here you can see I am clicking on this drop down sex. So this sex variable has a simple format dictionary where I can only see two things, code and value. So wherever I can see a variable with a single drop down, I can say this is the simple dictionary format. For example, here I can see basis of diagnosis in the tumor section. This is the simple dictionary format. And when you see a variable with I can say two level of dictionary format, that is the compound dictionary format. Here you can see, or I can directly use this primary site variable in the tumor section. That would be easy for you to understand. So the primary site, you know that when I select the primary site, then I have to select the subsite. So based on this site I have selected, I have to select the subsite. So this level of dictionary is called compound level dictionary, and I am trying to explain the same in the presentation as well. So here in the slide, I have mentioned these different type of dictionaries. First is a simple format. The same example we saw in the Canvasify software, that this is the example of simple dictionary format where we only have code and the value. So 101 is the code for block name 1. And then we have compound dictionary code pattern. This is the same example which we are discussing, but with the actual dictionary format of the Canvasify. If we go and see the previous slide, so this is our example, and we understood what is the example and how these codes are generated, and these codes are placed in the Canvasify dictionary in this format. So here you can see for code 101, it is for block name 1, 102 is for block name 2, 142 is for block name 3. I have highlighted the block name 3, so we can understand we are trying to focus on this 142. And similarly, the city name 1, for the block name 1, the code is 101001. I will directly jump onto the codes which we need, that is for 142001, which is for city name 1, which comes under block name 3. Similarly, 142002, city name 2, which comes under block name 3 and city name 3. And this is an example which we saw in the Canvasify software. Now, what you have to do is, in your Canvasify software, you have to identify what is the compound dictionary format for your area. Like for example, here you can see I have attached a screenshot where this mandal/village is nothing but a dictionary where I am specifying the area and the block. Or I can say, oh sorry, I'm specifying the block. So this 142 Vishakhapatnam is nothing but the block name, and here I can see multiple options are nothing but the city names which comes under 142 block. So what you have to do is you have to identify this level of block distribution or the block dictionary in your Canvasify software. I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to explain. If not, then do let me know in the chat box. And if you have understood what I have explained, just let me know in the chat box that what is the variable or what is the dictionary you have in your Canvasify software where you can specify the block and city level. Please update me in the chat box. If you have understood, then please let me know the variable which you have in the Canvasify software where you can mention the block level data. Or if you have not understood, please let me know in the chat box that you have not understood so I can explain you again. Okay. Okay, so I can see Mr. Sandeep Bhojane from Ratnagiri Cancer Registry has specified that for their cancer registry in the Canvas software, they have a variable called taluka/village where they can specify the block at their Canvas software. And also I can see multiple participants have mentioned that they have understood the concept. So what I will do is I will move further then. So as we have understood the coding format of each block, now we will see that what will be the query for getting all block data. So as we know that the city code start with block code 142. I mean the last previous example, we understood that the city code, city name 1, city name 2 starts with the block code 142. So the same example I have mentioned here, that we understood that city code starts with the block code, and this is the example we saw here. So what we will do is we will apply filter using the like operator on the city block codes. I think we have multiple participants have attended the cancer registry workshop where they have understood when and where to use like operator in the filter wizard. If not, then no problem. I will try to explain the same in this session. So like operator is used when we need to match any pattern. In our scenario, we want that city code must start with block code 142. So this is my pattern. What I'm trying to do is I want a pattern or where the city code should start with 142 and could end with anything. For example, codes like 142.001, 142.002, and 142.003. In these codes, the city code starts with 142, which is nothing but a block code. So this is my pattern. So in order to match this pattern, I have to use like operator. And how we will use it, we will obviously see in the example. But I think we have understood why we are using like operator. Hence, our query will look like this. City code or the variable which you have in the Canvas software of your specific registry. For example, I have mentioned here city code as a syntax. City code like is nothing but the operator name, and this is the format where we specify that city code should match a pattern. Which pattern? It should start with code 142 percentage means we specify that the code should start 142 and end with anything. It should end with any format. Example I have given the registry which I have, the Canvas software which I have opened. For that Canvas software, the variable is mandal underscore village, and on that variable I am specifying a query where this variable like and the pattern is 142 percentage. So I'll explain the same here. It means that we want all the city slash blocks or city code should start with 142 and ends with anything. We will perform this practical now, so that would be clear to you. So what I will do is I will request everyone to please open your Canvas software and open the browse edit window. And for that, you have to identify what is your block variable where you're specifying the block details. So I will stop the screen sharing and I will open my Canvas software. I hope my screen is visible. So in my Canvas software, as I told you, this variable mandal slash village is my variable where I am specifying the block name. As you can see, there are multiple block name present. I am selecting a specific block and then I am specifying the exact city where the cancer patient will be is situated. So in your Canvas software, you will obviously have mentioned the exact block and city name or the block or village name for a specific cancer patient, and you have stored multiple records on the Canvas software. Now what I will do is I will open my browse edit window, and here in the browse edit window, I will just click on refresh table button just to show you how many records are present in my Canvas software. As you can see, there are total 16,000 records present in my Canvas software. Now what I will do is I will try to uh, apply filter. Now what filter I am trying to apply? That I only want data of specific block 142. So how I will do is first I will click on this use filter button, use filter checkbox. When I click on this use filter checkbox, I will click on this filter wizard button. When I click on this filter wizard button, here you can see there is a drop down called variable. I will click on this drop down and I will search for the variable mandal slash village because this is some variable where I am specifying the block details. Then I will click on the operator drop down and I will select operation like. Then I will specify the pattern. As I told you, my pattern is 142, which means the code should start with 142, which is my block code, and it should be end with anything. That is why I am specifying percentage. And I will click on OK. When I click on OK, you can see the query has been generated. Mandal village like 142 percentage. And then I will click on this button refresh table. When I click on this button refresh table, you can see total number of records are 4,300. So this 4,300 records belong to the specific block 142. I will just quickly try to open any random record to make sure that I have performed the task successfully or not. As you can see, I have opened any random record and you can see the mandal slash village, the code is the block is 142. Similarly, I will try to open another record, any random record. Let's suppose I will go to the bottom. Here you can see I have opened any random record and the I can say the code is the block is 142. Participants, do let me know that have you performed the same operation at your end? Are you able to find out the total number of cases of specific block? Please do let me know. Okay, Muzaffarpur team says yes, they have find out. Okay. If yes, then do let me know your query in the chat box. Please specify the query in the chat box. Which query? The simple query. For example, I am copying and pasting my query in the chat box that this is my query for retrieving the data of block 142. Okay, Afghanistan team, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Nepal, and yeah, okay. Okay, I can also see multiple queries in the chat box as well. Okay. Also, do let me know if you have any queries or doubt or any confusion till now, so that I can clear you. Okay then. So what we did is we understood how to apply query to retrieve specific block level data. So this was our first step. Now how to apply this query in the population data set. As we know, when we use the table builder option and we try to generate any table, let's suppose I'm trying to generate this population pyramid. When I click on next, I here specify the start year and the end year. Let's suppose I am only generating the table for year 2017. So I've mentioned the start year and the end year is 2017. Then I will click on next button, and here I have to select the population data set for year 2017. I hope we all have understood this step because we have performed this step multiple times. So what I'm trying to say is that we have to select the population data set for that specific year. Now what we are trying to do is we are trying to generate population data set for specific block. So what I will do is I will open my edit population dataset option from data entry menu. So from here we generate the population dataset. I will click on this new button and I'm trying to create a new population dataset for block 142. For our example, for my example, as I mentioned multiple times, my block code is 142 YZ. So what I'm doing is I'm generating year 2017 population data set for YZ. Okay. Now here, now this is the important step, the whole thing which we learned now. Here we have to use the filter wizard where I am applying the same query which we just discussed. The block variable operation would be like and the block code. Click on OK. This is the same query we learned now. I hope we have understood why we generated this query and why we are using it. So in population dataset, as I'm mentioning that, I'm creating a population dataset for block YZ. I will specify the name block, that would be clear. 2017 population block YZ, and for that I am specifying the query that how I can identify that I only want this block data. So for that I will mention this query where I'm mentioning Mandal village like 142, that is I want only data of block YZ. Then I will select the same steps which we have done multiple times. Age group structure we have, I will select this age group structure. I have to copy paste the population of male and female. I will quickly do the same. Okay. So this is my population dataset file for the YZ. So this first column has the male population. I will copy this data. So we have done this step multiple times in the training. Those who have attended the Cancer Registry workshop, I will copy paste this female population. I will double click on it to make sure the total has generated. Sorry. Click on pyramid. Yes, pyramid generated. I will click on save button. The population dataset has been saved. Click on OK. So at this, I have multiple population data. This is the recent population dataset which we have created, 2017 block YZ, the latest one which we have created. I also have a population data set of year 2017 which does not have any filter. This is the data set which we have created where we have specified the filter. As you can see, this is a recent one. I will try to open the another data set where you can see I have not applied any filter. You can see here the filter section is blank. Now why I am specifying this, because what I will do is I will try to generate table first with the population data set without filter and then with filter, because from that we can understand what is the difference in between in both these tables. So what I will do is I'll just verify how many cases are present in the block 142. Let's suppose I'm only trying to generate the data of 2017. So there are total 2,507 cases present for year 2017. How I have achieved this? I have just mentioned the start date and end date. So I will be clear with the dates: 2017, 12/31. So I have specified the date of diagnosis range between year 2017, and then I have clicked, I will unselect this filter, refresh table. So in total I have 2,507 records. I will generate the table, a basic table. Let's suppose I am generating the cases by age group table. So I am selecting this table, cases by age group period. Then I will click on next. I will specify the range as year 2017. Then I will click on next. Population data set as 2017 test without filter. This is the without filter data set, which means I am specifying the complete, what I can say, the population data set for the registry, for the whole area, not for specific block, for the whole state. Then I will click on next button. I will generate the table. Let's suppose this is the, I am specifying the table as complete 2017 data table. So I can understand which table is this, .csv, and I will click on save. The table has been generated. I will open this table in the Excel format because that will be easy to understand. So these are the table. I will try to open this male table. Okay. So the total records are 993 for male, and for the female, the total number of records are 1484. So what I have did is I have generated the cases by age group table from Canvas software using the table builder option by specifying the year 2017 and only using the population data set of year 2017. So this generated table is being generated for the complete PBCR area and not on specific block. I hope you are understood. Please do let me know in the chat box, and also I request you to try the same at your end. If you do not have the population data set of specific block, then no problem, create a new one with any random data. Just try to be clear with the name of the data set, because that would be clear for you for future reference. If you have a data set for specific block, then please do create a new data set by using the filter. If you don't have the data set of specific year for that specific block, then create a dummy one, a dummy data. Or if you have any doubt or confusion, or if you want me to repeat any step, please do let me know in the chat box. Or if you're clear, then please do let me know that you're clear so I can move further. Okay, we have received from message from Indonesia team. Okay. So in the meantime, if you are trying to create, okay, we have a question from Afghanistan team that, okay, once again the filter work. Okay, no problem. I will open my Canvasify screen. So here, I hope you are asking the question for generating the population data set using the data filter. Okay. If that is the question, then I will show you the steps. For that, you have to click on this data entry menu and open the option edit population data set. Then you have to click on new button. Then you have to give the respective name so that you can understand that this is the uh, population data set created for specific block. Then here you have to mention the query. You have to use this filter wizard. From here, drop down menu, you have to select the variable. The variable would be the variable would be the variable where you have to mention the block level, where you save the block level data. Like for example, Mandan/village is nothing but the variable where I mention the block level details. In your registry, it would be different. Then I will click on the like operation. And as we saw in the example which I showed you in the PPT, that I am assuming I want to generate the data or tables for the block YZAC, and the code for the YZAC is 142. So I am mentioning the code 142, and the city and the complete code would be different. And I want that the code should end with anything and start with code 142. That is why I am mentioning percentage. Then I will click on OK, and then this query has been generated. And then I will perform the same step which we have performed many times of creating the population data set. I will select the age group, then I will enter the data information of male and female, and then I will save the information. I hope that was your doubt and it has been clear. Please let me know in the chat box. Okay. Okay, then I think we are good to move further. So at this moment, what we did is we generated cases by age group table for year 2017 without any filter. That means on the complete data. Now, what I am now doing is I will generate the table of cases by age group only for year 2017 and only for YZAC, the block level data. The population data set which we created just now for the region for the block YZ. The code is 142. So I will select the specific block. Then I will click on next. And then I will save the table. Let's suppose I am giving the table name as block 142 2017 year 2017 data table. I will click on save. These are the message for the successful creation of tables. I will click close this files, and I will open this table in the Excel format because that would be easy to understand, easy to view as well. Okay, now this table is for the block level data, block 142 year 2017, and for female. I will go down and you can see the total number of cases is 388. And the previous table which we calculated for female, the number of cases were 1484. So this was for the complete PBCR region data, the table was calculated. And for this table which we have created using the population data set where we have specified the query for specific block, then you can see the table is generated for year 2017 and only for region or the block which I have specified for block 142. I hope we are clear and what we are trying to achieve and what were the steps till now. And I will also request all the participants to perform the same steps at your end. If you don't have any specific block level population data set, then I request you to please generate a new dummy data with the filter. Or if someone wants that they want to perform steps, all the steps side by side, then you can share your screen as well. I'm enabling the multiple screen sharing option. So if you have any doubt in any steps, you can share your screen. Please do let me know that we are clear or not, because these are the important steps you will be requiring for performing block level data analysis. Okay, Vizag, Muzaffarpur and Bhutan team says yes. Other team, Afghanistan, Indonesia, Bhutan, Nepal, and other registries, other Indian registries, please do let me know. Okay. And are you able to perform the same steps at your end? Okay, I can see positive response from the chat box. But also let me know that are you able to create a new population data set using the filter wizard option? Please do let me know that as well. Okay. Because that is the important step. We can, once that step is clear, you can generate any table because the steps are same. As you can see, there are multiple tables present in the Canvas software. What you have to do is just select the table, click on next, specify the year, and select the dataset, population dataset of that specific block. Like for example, I have created a population dataset for block Vizag. Similarly, I can create a population dataset for different block as well. So there would be multiple population dataset for different blocks. So as per the requirement, you have to select the specific year block data and generate a table. And for that, you need to be clear with the filter wizard option and the query which you need. I hope we are clear, and we are open for the 5-minute doubt session. If you have any doubt, then please do let me know in the chat box, or you can directly unmute yourself and let us know the doubt or any confusion, or at any step you are stuck at, you can share your screen and we will try to solve the same. We will have a 5-minute doubt session, and after that we will continue to see the different tables we can generate which are not present in the Canvas software.
I have a question, Pratik.
Ma'am, yes ma'am.
We collect local address and permanent address, and our blocks are according to the permanent address. Not so. How long you have to stay in one place to consider that person from that place?
Okay,
Someone
so
might be from the east and is settled in the south for 10 years. So I think we have to now consider him from the south. How long he or she has to stay?
Okay, I
That
guess for that I will clear with the Atul sir, but I think it would be for 1 year, but I have to be sure. So what I will do is, once sir will join the
Yes, yes,
session.
I'm available, Pratik.
Yes, sir.
Can you repeat the question?
in Bhutan we have 20 districts,
Huh?
and our districts have code number 1 to 20.
Okay,
That is from their permanent address. But they
okay.
also stay in another place working
See,
or
madam, your and the standard rule is that person should be staying in the registry area for 1 year, and entire Bhutan you are covering, so you don't have to worry about the address and other things
okay,
because you
thank you.
are covering entire Bhutan.
Thank you.
Yeah. So people move also, it doesn't matter. They will move in within the registry area. But the standard practice is person should be staying in the registry area from last 1 year. Is it clear?
Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes.
And in block wise, suppose he moved from one block to another, we have to ask the patient properly when how many days you are in this block. Because if they change block wise, in principally we should take the address of the block when he got the cancer, when he developed the cancer. Suppose he is staying in block A, he developed the cancer, and after 2 years he moved to block C. In principally, that is the case of block A, though he moved to block C. After getting the cancer, he can move to anywhere. What is the purpose of block cases? That in that block, because of certain exposure, let us see whether the pattern is different. What is the burden of cancer in that block? Is it clear, madam?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Pratik, carry on.
Yes, thank you, sir. So I can see there are no doubts in the chat box and at this moment. But if you just like, yes, okay, we have a question from here. Error is showing while creating population data sheet for age group. Okay, I have enabled the screen sharing, Mr. Sandeep. So if it is possible, you can share your screen. Also, I will encourage multiple participants from different registries to please perform the creation of population dataset at your end. And if you have any doubt, we can try to solve the same at this moment. Okay, okay then, no problem. We will try to figure it out later. So now we have understood that how we can generate tables for each block. Now, what is the use of it? As a point of monitoring the data of the cancer registry, it is important to perform this activity periodically, let's suppose once in a month, so that you can have a track for each block, the number of cases registered from each block. So the person monitoring the registry could identify that, okay, I am able to get this amount of data, this amount of records from certain block, but I am not getting records from certain block. So I have to check why we are not getting the data from the specific regions or from the specific block. So this will help you to monitor the activities or the data collection of the cancer registry. Obviously, you will obviously require this table later while generating the tables or for generating the reports for a specific block. But one of the advantages is that if you perform this activity monthly, and it would be very beneficial for you to track or to monitor the activity of cancer registry, the data collection, and you will identify that okay, from this level or from this block, I am not getting certain data. So we have to identify, or we have to identify the problem, that why we are not getting the data from specific blocks. This is one of the advantage of block level data analysis while monitoring the cancer registries. And as I explained earlier, yes, sir.
There is another 1 minute. See, there is one more advantage of doing the block-wise analysis. When you run the registry, the hospital, your block, which is close to some hospital, you get maximum cases of that block. But certain blocks are very far away from the hospital. So periodically you should see, you divide your registry. Suppose your registry is covering 1 million population. You make the division of 20 blocks. That what is happening in this population, 50,000 population, other 50,000 population. Suppose you have registered 500 cases in 6 months, and that out of 10 blocks, 7 blocks has given all the cases, and there is no case in three blocks. So you should monitor this way. So this should be periodical activity. Like we are covering more than now, certain registries are covering 4 million population, certain registries are covering to 2.5 million population. When you gather the data of last 3 months, find out each block wise how many cases we have got, and certain blocks we are missing, then you concentrate on that block, why that cases are missing, whether the hospital is not cooperating or our staff is not going to the hospital, what is happening to the blocks, that certain block is not getting the cases, we are not getting registering the cases from certain blocks. There is no interaction from the registry to the local primary health center, local medical college or local diagnostic center, find out. So registry monitoring can be done effectively with the help of your data management. It is not just that you have to calculate the rates and other things. So periodically you check your data, prepare a table, block A, B, C, D, E, F, what is the population of each block, and find out the rates. This block is giving low rate, so we are missing the cases here. So we should utilize all our human resources there and find out why cases are missing. Visit the hospitals where the patient goes from that blocks. So that is very important. Why? Because in Timor-Leste, only one central hospital. People come all over country to that hospital. But you find out the other blocks, what is happening in the other blocks, whether the patients are really reaching to the Delhi hospital or not reaching. Like Jakarta is a very big town, big city. So divide that city into certain blocks and find out that only 7 to 8 blocks we are getting the cases, and other blocks we are not getting the cases. So you should analyze your data block wise, not the rate. Pratik will show you only the frequency also you can count. Suppose year 2023 block, we have 20 blocks. Find out the frequency. So monitor properly using the Cancer 5 data analysis also. And that is the use of Cancer 5. That is you should learn how to manage your registry, how to monitor your registry using the Cancer 5 software. Thank you, Pratik.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. I hope we all are clear with the concept. So one last thing we will see for this block level data analysis session. The last thing would be as Sun mentioned, you have to identify how many number of cases were registered from certain block or from certain village or from certain city. So how we can do it? I will quickly share my screen. So I hope we all are clear with this population dataset thing, how to apply filter and how to generate multiple tables by using the dataset. If you have any doubt, you can discuss in the chat box. For now, I will close this topic and I will move further to understand that how I can understand how many number of cases has been registered from certain city or block. In this scenario, in this Candice software I have opened, we understood that this is the variable mandal/village where I am specifying the block code and then I am specifying the city code. I hope you all are clear with it. Now I have to identify, like for example, this is the block 142 and in that block 142 I have this ward number 1, which is nothing but the city of that specific block. Now I have to identify how many number of cases has been registered in this city for a specific year, and how I can achieve this. For that, I will go to this analysis menu. I will click on this button option frequency distribution. When I click on this frequency distribution, this is the window for frequencies by year. For each year, you will identify how many number of cases or the data which you have, which you need as per the requirement. So here what I will do is I will select this table tumor plus patient. I will enter the start year as 2017 0101. Due to some reasons, you will be not able to see the complete screen, complete information which I am trying to enter. But what I am doing is the start year is 2017 0101 and the end date is 2017 12/31. So I have entered the ending date as 2017 12/31. Due to some reasons you are not able to see the end date, but I have mentioned the same this date at the end date. And now what I will do is from this this variable section window, I will search for the variable mandal/village, which is nothing but the variable where I am saving the block label data. And then I will click on refresh table button. Okay, I have entered something wrong, I guess. Okay, so here what I can see is here, let's suppose 2017. I will directly navigate to the year 2017. That would be easy to understand. Okay. I hope you all are able to see my screen. I will pop out the table. That would be good for us for viewing purpose. Okay. So here you can see, if it is visible, for year 2017, this is the city code. 101 is the block. 2885 is the city. This is the complete city code. And in this city, I have total 18 cases. Similarly, for another city of block 101, total number of cases are 6. So this is how you can check the number of cases registered from different cities. As you can see, this is the data for block 2000, sorry, for the block 142, year 2017. The code is 142 times 0, number of cases are 10. Now I can say that, okay, I have received cases of multiple cities, but I have not received case or enough cases for this specific city, which comes under block 142 2804. So from this, I can say that, okay, there might be some problem or there might be some difficulties while retrieving the data of cancer cases from this specific city. Then I can take some certain steps to identify what is the problem, and this is how I can improve or I can make my registry activities efficient. I hope we all are clear with this. If not, then do let me know in the chat box, or if you have any difficulties or any confusion, do let me know. Okay. Other registry members? Okay, from Bhutan, okay, from Timor-Leste. Okay. So I can see positive response from multiple team members. So I guess we are clear that how we can identify the number of cases we receive from different block and from different cities. So in this way, we can perform data analysis on certain block in the Candice software. And we understood how to do it. We use a specific option of filter wizard in the generation of population data set. So I think we should stop the session for this data analysis for the block level data, and we will start the another session where we will discuss some of the limitations which we have in the Candice software. Please do let me know if we can start on now, or if you have any doubt, please do let me know.
Any doubt related to Candice 5, please discuss with Pratik. Nepal team. Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Indonesia, Vietnam, Timor-Leste, Sri Lanka. Indian registries.
I hope they all are being clear with the concept. And
one more, Pratik has prepared a manual, frequently asked questions by Candice 5 user. So Sonali will share with you this manual, as well as Pratik and Sri Lanka team has developed a software called Rupantaran software. The purpose of that software is that Sri Lanka team get the data, Candice 5 data from all over country, and how to combine that data when you have 25 hospitals using the Candice 5 software. So that software demonstration is available on the YouTube, as well as that publication is there. So today Sonali will send it to you, that Candice 5 manual, and it is recommended to all the registry staff, because I have conducted several times the courses, but again after 1 year the same queries comes. So which is not the objective of the course, that every year we train and after 1 year you ask the same question. So go through the manual, be interactive with the IRC regional hub, and we want you should be the master trainer for your own country. Like Timor-Leste, I think I remember 6 times this is the course has been conducted. For Bhutan also several times course has been conducted. So you should be the master trainer of your country and run the show effectively. Any doubt is there, we are here to help you. But we want the country representative, the registry representative of Candice 5 should handle the data independently. Thank you very much. Pratik, you can start the next session.
yes, sure. Thank you, sir. Also, we have received a doubt from Muzaffarpur team that can we do frequency distribution of year for certain year only? Okay, yes, we can do. I will quickly share my screen. Okay, so what I have did is in the frequency distribution window, I have click on this use filter option, Then I have clicked on this filter wizard option and I have searched for the variable date of diagnosis. As I only want the data of specific year, then I will click on this data of diagnosis option. I will select the operation between and I will specify the starting date and the ending date of year 2017. As we know, the starting date would be 1st January 2017 and the ending date would be 31st December 2017. So I have specified the starting date and the ending date, and then I will click on OK, and then I will refresh the table. And now you can see, I will pop out the table. The data is been displayed only for year 2017. I hope this solves your doubt, Muzaffarpur team. Okay then. So we will start the next session which we have. So as we discussed that we can generate different tables and different graph from the Canvas software, which is a very good thing and the important thing which we need for the cancer registry. But we have some limitations that we cannot generate certain tables from it. And what are those tables? We have, I will quickly just share my screen and open the PPT for it. I hope the presentation is has been displayed at your screen. Okay.
Pratik, I am still seeing the Canvas 5 screen.
Okay, sorry, sir.
Now it is clear.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir. So, what is this Nirmiti application which we have created? So, IRC Regional of Mumbai understood that the cancer registries need a tool through which they can generate mortality and pediatric tables. Canvas does not have an option to generate the mortality and pediatric tables. So as I discussed earlier, that it is a very good thing which we have in Canvas software, that we can generate multiple tables and graph from it, from the data which we have saved. But at the same time, some tables are missing and those tables are required while generating the reports and for presenting the data to at superiors or at the certain level. And what are those tables? These are the mortality tables and the pediatric tables. At the same time, if you try to generate the report from the Canvas file, then you will see a small pediatric table. But if we also need that table in certain format, so what we have did is we understood that, okay, there is a need of a certain tool through which different cancer registries can generate mortality and pediatric tables. Generation of these tables manually can be difficult and can lead to errors in generated table. Team members who have generated the registry tables like incidence or mortality tables or the pediatric tables manually can understand that how difficult it is and we have to be very much cautious about it while generating such tables. And obviously it will lead to manual errors while generating it. Hence, IRC Regional of Mumbai created a tool named Nirmiti application, which is a website which will allow cancer registries to generate incidence, mortality, and pediatric tables. Nirmiti application would be made available for free. So what we did is, we, the IRC Regional of Mumbai, created a website named Nirmiti application, through which any member can generate incidence, mortality, and pediatric tables for their specific data. I hope we are clear what we are trying to achieve through this Nirmiti application. Okay, we have a question from PBCR Mansa. Can a mortality table create in Canvas 5? No, we don't have option to generate the mortality tables in Canvas 5. That is why we have created an application called Nirmiti application, through which we can generate the same. Also with the mortality tables, we can generate the incidence and the pediatric tables. Now we will see how to access this Nirmiti application. So this is the link to access the Nirmiti application. https://medrex.actrecattract.gov.in/Nirmiti. When you log on to this URL, you will see the following page. I will request everyone to or the persons who are able to access the internet to access this website. I will try to open the same at my browser. I will open the Nirmiti application. It is taking some time. No problem, we'll wait for the same. Yeah. So this is the login page for the Nirmiti application. So this is the link I am sharing in the chat box. You can directly click on the same and open the website on your browser. I hope you are able to open this login page. What we will do is we will try to generate the different type of tables which we have in Nirmiti application based on your data. So what I will do is I will share the credentials to log into the Nirmiti application. These are the test credentials. We will obviously create separate for you for this demo purpose. I am sharing these credentials with you. So I've entered the username and password in the chat box. We will try to use the same at my end as well. Oh, sorry. Okay. I hope my screen was not visible. Okay. I am trying to log into the same credentials which I have provided you. Later, these credentials will expire. Are you able to see my screen of the Nirmiti application, or you are able to see the presentation?
We are seeing the
Okay. Okay then. So I have opened the Nirmiti application, and here you can see this is the page for the incidence mortality table. So I will quickly jump on to the presentation. So what feature we have? We have the data safety feature. The cancer cases data you upload on the Nirmiti application is not saved on the server or in the database. So in the Nirmiti application, what we are trying to do is we are trying to generate different tables of your data, of your cancer registry data. So we have developed the website in such a way that your data is not been saved at our end. So your data has been completely secure and private. We don't have access of your data. We are not saving the data at our database. So this is the data safety feature we have implemented. In the same way, the different tables are being generated. Now, what are the prerequisites? I hope you all are able to see my presentation and not the website page. Please do let me know in the chat box, or you can directly inform me. I hope my presentation is available on the screen. Okay, yes. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Okay, so what are the prerequisites? First would be the clean and the error-free cancer cases data in required comma separated values format. We will obviously see how to generate this specific required format and all those things. But first we are just making clear how and what we need. First is the clean and error-free data. Obviously, when you confirm the case, when you apply the IRC check program, then we can say that, okay, my data has been gone through the IRC check program. I have verified it manually. And then I can say that, okay, my data is error-free. So we require that error-free data in the required CSV format. We will see what are the required CSV format. And then we need the population data set of specific years in the required comma separated value format. So first we need a file which will be having the cancer cases data, and we will require a population data set file of a specific year in the comma separated value format. And we will see how to generate those files. Also, I mentioned that all column data must be present. No blank data is allowed. If present, then edit with the unknown code as explained in the next slide. Also, no duplicates record also for mortality. We will see what are those scenarios. But first, I think we are clear that what is required to use the Nirmiti application. First is the cancer cases data in required format, and this population data set of specific year in required format. So first we will discuss what are the required CSV data format for generating the incidence or mortality tables. So these are the columns required in the cancer case file while using the Nirmiti application. First is the unique ID or tumor ID or the patient ID, which you have in the cancer case Candice file data. Then we require age. If the age is unknown, then we will enter as 99. Then we require sex. Code of sex is 1 stands for male, 2 stands for female. This is the standard sex code we have in the Candice 5. Then we require incidence date. The date format must be in year, month, and day format. And this is the by default date format used in the Candice 5 software. So there is no need to convert this date in specific format. Automatically, when you export the data, you will get this specific format when we export the from Candice 5. Then we require histology. This is the example of histology. Behavior. Then we require ICD-10 code. Then we require death date. As I informed earlier, we can also calculate the mortality tables. So we require the death date in certain format, the same format in which the Candice file saves the data. And then we require age at death. If the age is unknown, if we don't have the age at death, or if it does not apply. For example, if the patient is alive and the date of death is not applicable. Hence, we need to edit the date as 1900-0101. We will see how we can do it. It is very easy. And if the age at date is unknown, then we have to enter it 99. The same information I have mentioned in the website as well. If we try open the website, I will quickly share my website with you all. So I have mentioned all those details in the website as well in a very short format. It's in very short format. So what we will do is, I will request everyone to follow the same step which I'm trying to do. We will generate the incidence mortality table based on your data. I hope you have logged into the Canvas system. We will export the data from your Canvas system and we will use that data in the Nirmiti application to generate incidence and mortality table. So what would be the first step? First, I will open my Canvas software. Till now, do we have any doubt or any confusion? Then please do let me know in the chat box. So what I'm doing is I'm navigating to the analysis menu and opening the export data window. I'm trying to export the data. I will select the table as tumor plus patient. Then what I'm doing is I am trying to export the data of year 2017. So for that, what I will do is I will use a filter. I will select on this filter wizard. I will select for the date of diagnosis. Between, I will use the operator between. As in the previous session, we understood how we can retrieve the data of specific year. I am doing the same. I am entering the start date as 2017-0101 and the end date as 2017-12-31. And I will click on OK button. So this is the filter which has been applied, and I will click on the refresh table. For now, I will not select the select all variable option. I will directly click on this refresh table. Here you can see there are total 2,500 records. And then I am also applying a filter which says that I only want confirm cases. As we all know, when we save a new record, when we perform checks, we also perform an operation where we make the record status as confirm, from pending to confirm. So how I can retrieve only those cases? Through the query, I will enter a query which will return and RECS is equal to 1. I will refresh the table. Now you can see the number of cases has been decreased. Same as that. There is, yes, clearly करना बाकी है. Okay. I have time. So okay, what I'm doing currently is I will just quickly demonstrate the steps of how we can generate, and then we will try to perform each step for your data. So what I will do is I have already created files to generate the tables. First, we will see how to use quickly what are the steps and how the output is been generated from the Nirmiti application, and then we will perform this each step for your data in detail. First, what I will do is I will quickly show you how it has been used and what is the output from the Canvas file from the Nirmiti application. So here what I'm doing is I am selecting the data set. So I already have data set ready for generating the incidence data. Or let's suppose I want to generate the mortality data. I already have data. So I will select the data from here. Then I will click on this upload selected file option. And here the website says that syntactically valid input data format. Select the required columns below. Whichever the data I have selected is in the required format. So now you have to select the columns. Which columns? So when I click on this select unique ID column, when I click on this drop down menu, so these are nothing but the column name present in this file, the file which I have selected. So now what I have to do is I have to select the unique ID column present in this file. So I know that this patient ID tumor table is a unique ID column. So I will select the same. Then I will select the age column present in my file, the uploaded file. Then I will select the sex variable, then incidence date, histology, behavior. I will select the ICD-10 code, death date, and the age at death. So I have selected all the required columns which are being needed for by the Nirmiti application and which are present in the file. Now what I'm doing is I'm specifying which table I need to generate. So for now, I am selecting this table mortality cases by age group. I am selecting this table mortality cases by age group. Then I have to enter the population data set. So what I have already the population data set present. So for this, I will open the file. You will see how to generate this file. Is very easy. For now, what I'm doing is I'm copying the data of population data set and I am pasting it into the Nirmiti application. And I know that this population data set is for year 2017. I will quickly open the data as well. It's 2018. Okay. The data is for 2018. So I will close this file. I will enter the start date as 01/01/2018 and the end date as 31/12/2018. I have entered the start date and end date as 2018 because the data which I have selected to generate the mortality table is of year 2017, which means the death date is from is of year 2018. That is why I've selected the year 2018. Then I am specifying the gender, male and female. Then I am selecting in which format do I want to export the data. I can either export the data in CSV format or in PDF format. So at this moment, I am selecting the table format as PDF. It will be easy to open and see that file. That is why I'm selecting it. And then I will click on this generate table button. So when I click on the generate table button, the Nirmiti application generates the table, and here I am specifying where I need to save the data. Unique file name is generated. I will click on save button. I will try to open the same generated table, and here you can see this is the generated table in the PDF format. You can also generate this table in the CSV format so that you can open that table in Excel and you can generate and you can create as per your need. So which table is this? Mortality cases by age group for male for year 2018, and based on the data which I have selected, you can see the number of cases for each age group. I hope it is visible to everyone. Also, we have calculated the percentage as well. And at the bottom, for each site and for all sites, You can see the number of cases is 211 and for each age group. Similarly, what I will do is I will generate the mortality tables, mortality per 100,000 by age group table. So I'm generating the rates for the mortality cases. I will keep the same information because the data set would be same and the year would be same for year 2017. And I will click on the generate table button. So Nirmiti application will generate the table. I will click on save on a specific location. I will try to open the same here. And here you can see the Nirmiti application has created a table for mortality for each site, for each age group. You will see the rate. Also, you will see the crude rate, truncated rate, cumulative risk, and also the ASR as well. I hope we are clear that what we are trying to achieve from the Nirmiti application. We will obviously see how to use your data in the Nirmiti application, but before moving forward, I hope we are clear what we are trying to achieve and there is no confusion till now. Please do let me know in the chat box or you can directly unmute yourself and let us know what is your confusion or your doubt.
Pratik, Dr. Ugen here. Since
Yes,
we
ma'am.
are including all the people who die in this period, those who were diagnosed before the registry time, also we are including.
Yes,
So
madam,
won't it,
because you have to include. Suppose you are doing the analysis of 2020 and the patient diagnosed of 2012 before your registry and patient expire in 2020, you have to take that case as a death of 2020. This is the question, madam, or you want to ask something else?
I think the death will come very high, no?
Huh?
The death will not come very high.
No, nothing to worry, because our role is to know what is the mortality happening. Because you cannot exclude the your registry's previous cases.
Because people think that if someone died in that same period, they think the incidence, it is the new cases that died.
No, madam. Mortality is always
We
less
have
than
to
the
explain,
incidence.
I think, in our report.
In the report, you explain the how many
Yes.
previous year deaths are there. So nothing to worry, because I don't think there will be a huge difference in the mortality. Pratik, can you show your screen properly? Yeah. See, the software gives you the same analysis as the Canrage, but there is no provision of mortality data and there is demand of mortality table. So Pratik has developed this software. Pratik, go to the rate. As yesterday, we have discussed about the crude rate, truncated rate, age-adjusted rate, and cumulative rate. It is the same thing has been done using the software. The way you produce for the incidence, number of cases in a defined population divided by population, in the death rate, it is same. number of deaths happen in the population. And the procedure is same for the age adjusted rate, truncated rate, it is same. Only we called it as a crude death rate, age specific death rate, age adjusted death rate, truncated death rate. So it is very similar, only we have to take death instead of incidence. A risk is also we calculate the same. You calculate it for 0 to 64 years or 0 to 74 years. Yes, Pratik, continue.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Suraj.
Congratulations for because this is very excellent initiative because we also feel that this kind of output need to be generated through the our existing information system. So thank you very much, Professor Atul and Mr. Pratik and team.
See, what's happened, Suraj, it is all the people like you are dedicated people ask us the questions and we find out the solution. Because the credit goes to Sri Lanka team for the Rupantaran software. We have the skill, but you put at the problem and we are able to solve it. Actually, we should grateful to you because you people ask us the questions and it is our duty to provide you the solution. Thank you, Dr. Suraj. Thank you, Nizar.
Regarding the question of cumulative risk, now cumulative risk C go to 64 and person risk C go to 64. Why 2?
No, if you see in the CI5 or all this, they are giving even National Cancer Registry of India, they give in the 2 rate 0 to 64. What is the risk? And 74 because we say 65 to 74, the risk is very high. So the combined risk has been given for the 2 groups.
No, sir. Regarding cumulative risk C go to 64 and person risk C go to 64. There are 2 columns.
So person means it is in layman 1 in 4,629, 1 in 89.3.
That facility is not generated from the incidence table.
Yesterday we have shown you the calculation.
Yeah.
1 in how much? Because the policymaker doesn't understand immediately. What is the, so Pratik, go down, the total, go down. So this is now 1 in 64, you can see here, 1 in 64. Yeah. Entire thing, 1 in 64 is the death rate. The risk of 64 in 64, 1 person is of death due to cancer. Because you know, when you write the summary of certain disease or want to prepare a certain disease leaflet only, suppose gallbladder cancer. So we'll put a gallbladder cancer incidence rate, mortality rate, and we put the risk of getting gallbladder cancer in this population is 1 in. The risk of death in this population is 1 in. And what is the beauty of Suraj, this software? You can copy into Excel also. So you can use the columns which you want to print it in the your report.
Yes.
Because we have identified all the registries are stuck in just producing the mortality table because Canreg cannot give it. So to save the time of registry, we are providing all the technical support that you should not worry about the mortality tables and other things. We will take care of your analysis part. But what is the expectation from the cancer registry, which we support technically, that they should collect a good data. They should abstract the case properly. They should clean your data properly. Analysis is 10% time. Data collection, accuracy of the data coding is important. According to me, software cannot run the registry. Software is a tool. So it is the human resources have to be very dedicated, and continuous monitoring should be done from the registry team. Software is the secondary thing according to me. The good data, see Barshi registry, when I was in the Barshi registry, there was no computer in 1995. We don't have a computer, there was no budget. So all the things were done manually. But they see the registry in 95, there was nothing. And still that the registry performance is the same because that dedication was developed. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. So this is a table we generated for the mortality cases based on the data which we have uploaded. And this is in the PDF format. The same we can generate in the CSV format as well. As Atul sir rightly said, if you want to, uh, what I can say, you have to utilize this generated mortality table in your specific report or in specific presentation. So you can save that table in CSV format, and you can open the same. So you can open the same in the Excel as well, because that will help you. This is a table which you generated. It's the same table but saved in CSV format. You can open the table in Excel, and based on this is a raw data. Obviously you can modify as per your need, as per the identification and the theme which you need, and then you can use the same in your report as well. So you can save the data in table in PDF and CSV format. So we will quickly see the other tables as well. Okay, we have the out from Bhutan team. Can you explain how to export data? Okay, yeah, sure. I will show you how to export the data from Candish file. We don't need the complete data. We only need certain specific columns from the Candish file, and I will show you how to perform the same. I will just quickly demonstrate what are the features available in the Nirmiti application, and then we will see how to achieve all these things from the application. So hold on for a moment, Ms. Kinley. I will quickly demonstrate the whole thing. Okay, so now what we did was we generated the mortality table. Similarly, we can also generate the incidence table as well. We already have this option in the Canvas file, but still, if you have data not saved in Canvas file, as we all know that Canvas file provides a feature where you can generate the incidence cases by group table, and you can generate the rates from it. But let's suppose you have data of cancer registry, but not saved in Canvas file. So what you can do is you can just modify the data as per the required format in Nirmiti application, and you can use this application to generate the incidence table as well. That is why we have specified this option. I will quickly try to generate the incidence per 100,000 table based on the data which I have uploaded. Okay, I have selected the CSV file. I will cancel it. I will try to open the PDF file. It will be better to view it. Okay. Okay, so what I have did is, no problem. I will select the incidence data. I have selected the mortality table data, but now what I need is I need the incidence data for generating the incidence table. So this is my incidence data. Let me upload it again. Okay, now I will select the unique ID and the required columns from the file which we have uploaded. Gender, incidence date, histology, behavior, then we have ICD-10, death, date, age at death, and the table selected is incidence per 100,000 by age group. Population would be changed. I will enter the new population. So this is my population data set. I will copy it and I will paste it here. And this data is for year 2017. So I will enter the date, start date and end date for year 2017. Gender male, PDF format. Okay, just generate it. So Nirmiti application will generate the table. I will save in different folder. And we will open the same here. So this is the generated incidence per 100,000 table for year 2017 based on the data which you have selected. It's the same format for the mortality. Just I have showed you that we can generate the incidence table from the Nirmiti application. It has the same for each site. You have this age group and rates for the same, and the true-rate, truncated, and ASR. And at the bottom, we have the total. So it's the same format which we can see in the Canvas file software. Okay, so these were the options present on the first page of the Nirmiti application, where we have generated the incidence tables and the mortality tables. Now, what else we have in the Nirmiti application is that we can generate pediatric tables as well. So for that, the process is same. We have to first select the input data. I already have the input data. Obviously, we will further see how to retrieve the data from your end. I will select the existing data which I have. I will upload it. Unique ID will be tumor ID. I will select the required columns here. Age. Then I will require sex. Incidence date. Basis of diagnosis. Behavior. ICCC code. Death date. Age at death. Now, which table do I need to generate? So these are different multiple tables available in the Nirmiti application. The first is number of cases in age group, incidence rate per million population for both sex, and the same table for different sexes, for gender wise, male, female differently. Then we have the same table but with separate zero age group. Sometimes we need a table, a scenario where we need to generate a table, pediatric table for a separate zero age group as well. So what I will do is I will select the first table for both sex, and in this I will copy paste the population data set for the pediatric cancer. So I have this population data set for pediatric cancer separately saved. I will open the same, and here I will be only needed the age group from 0 to 4 till 15 to 19. I will copy the same. I will use the same in the Nirmiti application. I will enter the start and end date. I will quickly verify which year data do we have. So we have year for 2017 and 18 combined. Okay. So I will select the start date and end date. I will select the start date as 2017 and end date as 2018. I will export in PDF format. Let's try to generate the table. Okay, the table has been generated. We will quickly save it and we will try to open the same. So this is the generated table. Here you can see on the left side we have all the ICCC codes, and then for age group both male and female we have the number of cases, percentage from 0 to 14, percentage of the whole group. As we all know, we have further classified as well. That is why we have this separate group as well. Then percentage from 0 to 19. Then we have ASR for 0 to 5, 0 to 4, ASR for 5 to 9 and further. Then we have AAR for 0 to 14 and 0 to 19. Then we have the cumulative for 0 to 19 and 0 to 14. Then we have microscopic verification 0 to 19% and DCO stands for the death certificate only 0 to 19%. And we have this for the all ICCC codes till 12, and this is a total we have at the bottom. So this is how we will be generating the pediatric table from the Ninmiti application. Similarly, I will try to generate the different table. Click on generate table. So this is a different format where the genders are differently placed. On the left side, we will be having the male cases by age group. Then we will be having the rates for only male population, and then on the right side we will be having the rates and cases for female population, and in the middle we will be having the male female ratio for 0 to 14 and 0 to 19. Thank you, Dr. Suraj, for your compliments. I hope this will be very much useful for all the registries. So at this moment, I think we have understood what we can generate from the Nirmiti application. Also, we have one table left with separate 0 age group. We will try to achieve the same. But when I select the number of cases for this table with separate 0 age group, then our population data set will also change. So I will select the different population data set. I already have this different population data set where I have a separate 0 age group, and then the age group I have is 1 to 4 and later preceding are the same. So I will copy this population data set for separate 0 age group. I will paste it. Whole details for this will be same. I will click on generate table. I will click on save button. We'll open this table and you can see we have a separate 0 age group specified here. I think there are no cases for 0 age group in the specified data, but that when you select your own data, if you have cases for 0 age group, then you will be we will see those cases here. So before moving forward, please do let me know that we are clear or not about the Nirmiti application. Obviously, we'll see how to use this application for your cancer cases data in the Candice file. But before moving forward, please do let us know in the chat box that are we clear or not, or do we have any doubts in the same? I will try to clear the same. Yeah, thank you very much, Indonesia team. I think you are clear with the concept. Thank you for the compliments. Also, other registries, Nepal, Vietnam, other Indian registries, can we upload the file in the application? Yes, we will try to perform the same on your data. We will see what are the steps, what are the things we will be needing for using the Nirmiti application. So before moving forward, just let me confirm that you have understood the concept. So we will move further.
If there is no further questions, Pratik, we can take a break for 5 minutes.
Yes, sure. Yes, sure, sir. We can have a break.
We can have a break because from last 2 years you are conducting this class. Thank you very much, Pratik. It's excellent software, no doubt about it. So how we can help the other registry using the Nirmiti software, we'll discuss in the discussion session. But I recommend we should take 5 minutes break, and then Sonali will demonstrate the graphical presentation, and then we will have a discussion how we can further support the cancer registries from all over the countries, those who are the participating in this course. Thank you very much. We will have a break for 5 minutes. Thank you, many.
Good afternoon, all of you. Shall we start?
नाही थांब सोनाली मी 5 मिनिटं ब्रेक देतो.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Sonali, we can start. Sonali,
Yes,
we
sir.
can start.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, all of you. I hope you all are received the exercise Excel, which we shared yesterday. Do you have this Excel file?
See, objective of this session is how to present your graph, your registry data into graphical presentation, which can be used in your report. See, all the data, it is very useful to present in a graphical format. So some practical exercise we have given to you. I know most of people know how to prepare the graph, but I know some of the people has asked me that we also want to know how to prepare a graph. So we have kept this exercise. We have given you the sample Excel sheets. So the objective is how you should present your data in the graphical format. Carry on, Sunil.
Okay. So please open your Excel file. Our first question is, please prepare a graph of incidence and mortality by gender. Here in this table, I have the data, that is the incidence rate of male and female as well as mortality rate. We will plot a graph by using a standardized rate. Is this clear? Now to plot a graph, first we will select the data. Select your table, then click on Insert tab. In this Insert tab, we have various type of graphs. We will use the bar graph. Just click on the bar. Okay. Just click here. Now this is the graph which shows us the incidence rate as well as mortality rate by male and female. We just modify this graph as I earlier yesterday I shown you how to modify the graph. This axis shows the value of age adjusted rate or age standardized rate. I just mentioned it, ASR per 100,000 population this is the sex. We don't need to mention this. If we don't want this title, we will delete. Just select and delete. Here I have added the chart title. Suppose this is the Muzaffarpur Cancer Registry data, then I will mention the PBCR Muzaffarpur for which year 2018 to 2019. I don't want these lines, so I just select this line and delete it. Make the graph in proper format. It should be proper presentative. Now I want to mention the values. What is the incidence rate? What is the mortality rate? So click on that bar. First, we have to click on the bar, then press the right key. Here you will get the various options. Just click on Add Data Table. Now here you can see we get the value. Similar way, I will add the mortality value also. So this is the mortality. Is there any doubt to plot a graph for incidence and mortality? Please do with me. Prepare your own graph. So this is the incidence and mortality graph. Now next question is, prepare a graph for leading cancer site in male. Here I have the leading cancer site of male where incidence and mortality rate are mentioned. First, we need to select the table. Again, click on Insert. We are not going to use same graph. We will use this one. Now here you can see the topmost leading side mouth is at the bottom and the lower rate are at the top. So we need to change this graph. How we can change this graph? Select your data, whole data variable you have to select. Don't if you select the only one column, then value would be changed for each side. So we need to select whole data set, apply the filter for all columns, then click here and use the variable smallest to largest. So this is the graph which shows us topmost leading site at the top of the graph and descending order. Now here again you change the design of your graph. Click on the graph, click on design, change the design of the graph. Mention the axis title. If you don't want this line, just select those line and delete. Now here I will add the values. Now here in male, mouth is the leading side. In mouth, 18.4 is the incidence rate and 10.3 is the mortality rate. If I want to change the color of this bar, just select the bar, then click on format. Here fill shape option is fill shape, shape fill. Here you can change the color. If I wanted to mention the green color for incidence and red color for the mortality. So in this way you can change the colors also. Here I will change the title. Are you able to plot a graph? Is there any doubt to plot graph for leading cancer site? Okay, thank you. So in this way, we have plotted a graph for leading cancer site. We will move for next question. Yesterday also we have plotted the graph for a specific rate. In that we have mentioned only one single line. Here we will use the a specific rate for all cancer site by gender. Now I will just select the table, click on insert. I will present the graph by using line. Now you can modify the graph as per your requirement. You just change your design. So this axis represent the a specific rate per 100,000. Here age groups and the title is a specific incidence rate all cancer site. I hope all are doing with me. Are you able to plot a graph? Okay, we got answer in chat box. I don't think there would be any doubt in to plot a graph. Shall I move for next question? Okay. Now here, if you want to compare your registry rate with other registry rate, just compile the all data set. Here I have the Varanasi registry and I want to compare the Varanasi registry rate with other Indian registries. Now here again I have select the data. I just click on Insert tab and use the graph. Here again I will mention the value in descending order. So these are all Indian registries. I just mentioned the data label. Here I want to highlight for Varanasi. Then select the Varanasi bar and you can change the color. This graph is so big, please change the size of this graph so you will be able to see all registries. Otherwise some registry would be hide. So while interpreting this graph, I would say Varanasi registry rates are in comparison with the other Indian rural registries. Where in India, Aizwal district having highest incidence rate for male and the lowest incidence rate was noted in Usmanabad Bid registry. So this is the graph for comparison of by using other Indian registry data. All are clear with this graph? Okay. So we'll move for next question. As yesterday, sir has shown one slide, the pediatric rate. This is not a rate, actually this is a proportion of each cancer site by age group. So as per the ICCC code, here I have mentioned the site as well as age group and the proportion of that age group in the particular cancer site. If you check, this would be 100. So this is the proportion. Now we will prepare a graph that shows us the proportion of cancer site by age group in the pediatric. Again, you have to select the data. Click on Insert. We will use bar diagram, which shows us proportion. Okay. Now here I want to present the data by age group. So you just modify your graph, click on the graph, click right key. Here you will get the various options. Click on select data. I will just switch row and column. Click the option switch row oblique column. Okay. Just modify this graph. Now here you can see the values are mentioned till the 120. As this is a proportion, we have up to 100. I don't want this 120. Select that bar, press right key, format axis. Click on format axis. While clicking format axis, you will get this window. So here, axis option. There are minimum and maximum. Options are minimum and maximum, which starts from minimum, that is 0.0, and maximum till 120. Now here I will change this. I will mention 100. So this is the graph which show me the proportion of each cancer site in that particular age group. If you want to change the color of this site, again you just select that particular site and mention the color whatever you want. All are able to plot this graph? Okay, thank you. Here again, if you want to mention the data label, you can mention. Just select on that part and add the data table. You can change the color of text also. So select the text. This is not visible, so I will change the color of text. Similar way, you can plot a graph for your registry database. Deepak, you have mentioned, please repeat starting part. For which graph?
Ma'am, same graph.
same graph. Okay. I just delete this graph and I will again plot this graph. So to plot a graph, I have select the data set, click on insert tab. I will use bar diagram having the proportion. Clear? Now here I don't want the proportion by cancer site. I want the proportion by age group. So select your data graph, press left right key, select the option select data. Here you need to click on switch row column. Press OK. So here you will get the proportion of each cancer site in that particular age group. Now here I will change the design of the graph, the way I want to present this graph. As I mentioned, this is the proportion. I don't want this upper limit as a 120. I want this 100. So I will format this axis. I have used the option format axis and I have changed the value, maximum value from 120 to 100. And again, if you want to mention the values on that particular portion, you can mention, you can change the color of text. So this is the graph where we get to know the proportion of each cancer site in the particular age group. Now this is clear, Deepak?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I hope all participants are able to do the plot a graph. Is there any doubt? Okay, thank you. So here I have finished my exercise.
Okay, thank you, Sonali. And any questions to Sonali? Afghanistan team. Team from Afghanistan.
Hello, sir. Thank you so much. No, sir, any question? Thank you so much for developing the software, the great software. I love the software and inshallah we use it. Especially we need a user and password for us.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. I will discuss the point. Okay. Thank you very much. Prateek should be online. Sonali, Prateek.
Yes, sir. He is with me.
Yes, sir, we are here.
Okay. Okay. Now, thank you very much, Prateek, Sonali, Sushma. And it's thanks to all the participants. We have finished the session now. So the next session is the discussion. Before the discussion, I will recap what is the purpose of this course and what we have delivered to all the participants. The purpose of this course is to the registry staff should be well versed with the data management. They should be well versed with how to calculate incidence rate, age adjusted rate, cumulative rate, truncated rate. As well, they should well versed with the mortality rate using the Nirmiti software. As well, the staff should be aware how to present the data in a graphical format. But my biggest worry is always a data cleaning. As I told you many times, data cleaning, 90% time you have to spend on data collection and data cleaning. You should collect the data very accurately in a professional way as per the guidelines given by IRC. And that guidelines you have to follow continuously. You should see that the guidelines, IRC has given the different guidelines. And the Cancer 5 software has to be used very systematically for data cleaning, as well as for data monitoring, as well as for the monitoring of your cancer registry. Like Sushma Madam has demonstrated you how to check your data variables, how many blanks, whether the logical operators you have to use, whether the age is 5 and education should not be postgraduate. Age is 10 and income should not be very high, or there should not be no income. Then the female, if female is, the surname is Kaur, the female, it should not be male. So certain criteria you should develop and apply it. And we have also demonstrated you that the check program has to be used every 15 days or every month to check your data. And the other things, how you should monitor your registry by block wise, how you can check your data by block wise. If certain blocks, suppose your registry has 10 blocks, only 6 and 7 blocks you are getting the cases, and other 3 blocks they are not giving the cases. So you should see that why these 3 blocks are not getting the cases from the registry area, why we are missing these cases. And the registry staff has to be work very efficiently and dedicatedly so that they monitor your registry, and your quality of the registry should be at very high level. So that data should go to the CI file. And as I have also mentioned in my first day lecture, doing a coding or doing a ICD coding is not the registry. Entering the data into Cancer file is not the registry. Registry is that you are collecting the data, you are producing a good tables, you are producing the very good graphs, and that is turning into the policy, that the government is taking certain action, that government is developing the infrastructure, early detection services has been started. You should produce the survival analysis also. So you should have good follow-up data. So registry is not just collecting the data and ICD. I visited several Indian registry. The staff has a feeling that only ICD coding is doing and putting the data into Cancer is the cancer registry. I have conducted several training programs for cancer registry, ICD coding, Cancer 5, but still certain registries are not reaching to the report level. So I feel very sad that we spend a lot of time in training the staff, but output is very minimum. So from this training, I expect now the countries like Afghanistan, Timor-Leste, the other countries, you should take the lead and produce the report. Whatever technical help is possible, we are ready to help. We are ready to help you. But the ownership is from the registry only. So you can say, sir, we have analyzed this much cases, but we find stuck here. So we are ready to help you. But you should not expect that the Mumbai team will come to the registry, they will clean your data, they will produce your tables. No, don't expect that, that the Mumbai team will come and handle your data. And that initiative has to be taken by the registry staff. Like the graphical presentation, certain things are very simple. Cumulative rate, it is already available, the formula in the internet. Still people struggle to understand how to calculate cumulative rate. So continuously registry staff has to be clear and focused that continuous practice is required. See the dedication of the Bhutan team. Dr. Yugen is there. Such a senior person in the most senior person in the registry, but she sincerely attended the class. She sincerely asked me the questions. As such types of interaction, I expect in the registry while you work continuously with your team. Discuss with the pathologist, discuss with the consultant. The pathologist consultant should be involved in the cancer registry operation. I found that the pathologist is sitting in one corner, medical oncologist is one corner, radiotherapist in one corner, and they doesn't know the registry is existing. It is the role of registry staff has to visit to all these department and explain that we are collecting the data for the population-based cancer registry. All the consultants should be involved in the cancer registry process. So this session is open for the discussion from our side. What is way forward from our side? We will give you the Nirmiti software. Please send an email that you want a Nirmiti software through your PI, or PI can send us the software. We will give you the time allocation. Pratik will help you in installing the Nirmiti software. You can test your data. Since this is the beginning of the software, there may be bug, there may be errors. So you test it initially by manually also, as well as through the Nirmiti software, so that data should be matched. We have tested, but again, sometimes, you know, if you do some 10 tests, you miss one test and the software produce you negative results. So I don't want to happen this. We are testing here once more, but it is better you check it manually as well as you test it using the Nirmiti software. Pratik, and we will give you the timing. Please write email to me that you want Nirmiti software. We will allocate the time to you next week. We'll help you in installing the Nirmiti software. You start analyzing your data. So any suggestions and the points to be noted from the registries? So what help you require, and are you really happy with this course, or you need certain improvement? Afghanistan team.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, you know, Afghanistan team or Afghanistan's have a local calendar, you know, and all of cancer registry thing I'll say we have a problem in data entry. The local calendar and international calendar is different. So I think it's very difficult for Afghanistan team cancer registry team convert local calendar and international calendar. It's possible we should add any option in Candrac. We should have any local calendar and automatically change it to international calendar. That is possible.
Pratik, is it possible?
So you're asking about the local calendar you have in the Afghanistan. So if that is the question, I guess we can't add that feature because the font and all those would be different. So no, I think we can't add the local calendar into the Canva software.
But Pratik, can we add the variable of that?
Yeah, we can add a new variable if it is possible to input the data of that variable, calendar variable, in a readable format, then we can do the same. But for that, I need to understand the calendar format and the required things for that. But if you're trying to say that directly integrating the same, it won't happen. But yes, we can add a new variable and we can input the calendar data into that variable.
Is Prithvi is there on the line?
Yes, sir, he is with us.
Prithvi, write down this point that Afghanistan registry wants a variable to be included which suit to the Afghanistan calendar.
Yes, sir. Sure.
So that we can have a call with the Afghanistan team. Nisar, your point is well taken, and we'll definitely try to solve
Thank
this.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Ikram, any suggestion from your side? Are you happy with the course, or you still want some more training?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for all of this. The training was really important and useful for us. We learn more from that training, sir. We don't have any suggestion, just sir mentioned it, hopefully to solve his problem. Thank you for all of sir to present new thing for us. We give a lot of benefit from this training. Thank you, sir, so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ikram and team, because thanks to Dr. Abdullah, please convey my regards to him. It must be night in the US. Okay, and we expect a good report from Afghanistan team. See, I know there are several challenges, but producing a good report, it's always in our hand. We face challenges, no doubt. We have to document the challenges. Whatever data you have collected, present in a systematic way, in a professional way, so that next year, every year we will get improvement, and after certain 2 to 3 years of time, you will be on your own and run your registry effectively. We want you to be a master trainer for your country so that you can conduct the cancer registry courses. Nizar is there. Nizar can conduct the Cancer 5 training programs for your country. And whatever technical help possible, IRC Regional of Mumbai is always there to help you. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Yugen, madam, Bhutan.
Thank you, sir. For Bhutan,
Yes, madam.
this training was very important.
Your voice is breaking, madam. Madam, your voice is breaking. We are unable to listen your voice is breaking, madam. I'm not able to listen you, madam. I will come back to you. Then we have a team from Timor-Leste. Timor-Leste team. So, yes, Timor-Leste team. What are your expectations? Are you happy with the training?
The doctor is 3 days. The virtual training is, we are happy.
There is echo, madam.
About the training.
There is echo, madam.
And then,
yeah, speak.
And then we will try what is we get in the training. We will try on our job in registration.
So, madam, I expect a report from Timor-Leste in another 1 month time. I expect a report. Cancer registry report of Timor-Leste. I want a report of the Timor-Leste registry now. Sonali, you put it in chat box. I want report.
Okay, sir.
Report from Timor-Leste. Timor-Leste registry.
From Timor-Leste. Yeah. Sent to doctor from 2018 to 2023 in July.
Okay. Prithvi, we have to keep a call with the Timor-Leste right now. Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Then we have a team from Sri Lanka. Dr. Suraj. We have a team. Dr. Suraj. Dr. Suraj.
Sir has gone for the meeting
Yes,
in the
Nirmala
ministry.
madam.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you happy with the training program?
Yeah. It is very useful, sir. Because this type of conducting this type of training program useful to update and upgrade our knowledge, sir. Also thankful for the developing IDMIT software. It is very useful for us. And sir, IDMIT software can use for only pediatric and
No, you can use it for incidence, mortality, and pediatric.
incidence also. And we are struggling with still mortality data because it is not complete in still not complete in our setup.
Okay. So whenever you need anything, you write to us and we'll have a call with you.
Okay.
Thank you, Sri Lanka team.
Thank you, Pratik and Sanali and Ms. Sushama also.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Then we have an Indonesia team. Indonesia team. Is Indonesia team is on the line?
Sir, we have a message from Dr. Yugen in the chat box.
Okay, thank you, madam. So, Indonesia team is on the line. Okay, then we have whether Vietnam team is on the line. Vietnam team. Yes, I can see Vietnam team. Yes, madam. Is training is useful to you?
We are very happy to join this course. We get a lot of useful knowledge, especially in Blockwise and the app. We have similar difficulties and we're very happy to, we try to apply the knowledge for the core for Ho Chi Minh City Cancer Registry. Thank you for inviting us to the course.
Yeah, thank you and most welcome. Any difficulties, anything, you are free to write to us and copy to Dr. Lin whenever you need any help. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
I can see the other team also from the Vietnam.
Yes, we have 5 participants today.
Okay. Thank you very much, Vietnam team. Yeah. Then we have a team from Nepal. Nepal team. Any suggestion, Nepal team? Okay, I received message from Neha. This program is very useful. Thank you so much for this wonderful. Thank you very much, Nepal team. Then we have Dr. Harjot from Amritsar and Harinder is also there. Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Harjot, are you happy? Harinder, you are happy with the training
Yes.
or you need certain more things from us?
So yes, it was very informative, sir. But yeah, sure, we need some offline training also. So
yeah, sure.
Best you
We will definitely call you.
Plan. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Harinder, I expect that you should be the master trainer for Cancer 5. You don't have to depend on Mumbai. You have got good exposure, you have got good training. You should develop like Pratik has done. Whenever we stuck, it is the role of programmer to develop the different apps, applications, so that registry should not stuck. Okay, thank you. Then we have thank you very much. Is Dr. Divya is there on the line? Dr. Divya from Varanasi. Dr. Divya is on the line. Okay. Is Anand Rajesh is there on the line?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please share your experience. How you feel this training was useful, or it was repeated,
Sir,
or
it is
you
very
need
useful.
certain suggestions? Huh?
Sir, we have learned more thing about the CANREG, including data checking and duplicates in the session number.
Okay.
And in a report preparation things, we have lot of things have learned from this training.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
I want to ask to Pratik sir that we have, क्या हम इसमें कर सकते हैं कि डुप्लीकेट जो कैनरेज में हम सॉर्ट कर सकते हैं क्या, जो भी डुप्लीकेट है हमारे केस उसको कैनरेज में हम सॉर्ट कर सकते हैं? जैसे हमारा रेयर में आ जाता है कि जो पेंडिंग है रेयर में आ जाते हैं हिस्टोलॉजी, और जो प्राइमरी साइट हिस्टोलॉजी डिफरेंट होता है रेयर में आ जाते हैं वो। ऐसे डुप्लीकेट का भी कोई ऑप्शन होना चाहिए जिससे बहुत इजी में हो जाए, क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ हमारा कई सोर्स से होता है, डेटा कलेक्शन होता है, पैथोलॉजी होता है, हॉस्पिटल से होता है, तो उसमें डुप्लीकेट का चांस बहुत ज्यादा होता है, उसको हम कैसे सॉर्ट कर सकते हैं?
Okay, that we can do in Candish 5, yes, but we also have different technique for identifying duplicates. So we can show you what are those techniques later.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Varanasi team. Dr. Vandita is online from Samroor and Chandigarh. Dr. Vandita? Is Dr. Vandita is online? Okay, Sangrur, Mansa, Chandigarh team, Mohali team, any suggestion? Okay. Then Indonesia team is, I can see online. Indonesia team?
Yes, hello, sir.
So are you happy with the course?
We are so happy, sir. We also want to thank you so much because we're still allowing to join the course on day 2. We are so sorry for the miscommunication on day 1, so we cannot join the day 1. And thank you so much for Dr. Abdul and all the faculties for the course training. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. So what I recommend, you send an email through your PI. It's to whom we should contact regularly. Sometimes PI travel several places. So who is the second person we can copy the email to Indonesia team?
Oh, maybe Pratnya, sir?
Yeah, you send an email to me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that in my
we will send the
PI
email,
travel.
sir.
So, and we have sent you the recording also. So you go through the recording. Yeah, and we contact with the IRC Mumbai Hub for any help required, Nirmiti software or Rupantaran or Canrage, any data analysis help. Write your question properly, what help you require. So we'll fix the time so that you should be clear in your mind what things you need to ask to us. And we should be clear in mind that we have to solve your problem.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Indonesia team. Thank you very much. Then I will go to the Visakhapatnam. I can see Adarsh and Lokesh and Jyoti. This is useful.
We are very happy, sir. This is very useful training session.
Okay, thank you, Adar. And any suggestion?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then I will go to Sandeep, Ratnagiri team. Sandeep. Sandeep is there online?
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Your voice is breaking, Sandeep.
From this workshop, And after the session, we try to do hands-on practice also. And from that, we get to know that there are a lot of things. We can follow a lot of things to clean the data and the quality data. Sir, we are having network issues. Thank you very much, sir. And if you
No
sir,
problem.
we are having some network issues here.
No problem. I can understand.
Hello.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you very much. Is the
Hello.
Sachin is online from Sindhudurg?
Hello.
Okay, Sandeep. Thank you. Is Sachin is online from Sindhudurg Registry?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your experience of the course.
Hi, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, we got a lot of knowledge and motivations of further work.
Okay. Please implement it in your registry and complete the report of 19, 20, 21. Okay. Thank you. So we have Muzaffarpur registry. Deepak is there.
Yes, sir.
Deepak.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful program. Actually, I was behind Sonali ma'am for a long time that I want something to learn about this analysis and this quality control, and hopefully this will be very helpful for us and my team. Ranjan and Aman, they were also involved in this program. So we'll try to generate, implement more and generate the quality data onwards, sir.
Okay. Is anybody from Sangrur and Chandigarh, Mansa, Mohali?
Excuse me, sir. I had one question with Pratik, sir.
Yes, please ask.
Hello.
Thank
Pratik,
you,
sir.
Yes, Deepak.
Sir, it is regarding Nirmit software. That there was a variable of date of birth. So yeah, in case of our registry, no, sir, maximum time we don't get exact date of birth and we don't mention date of birth. So if we don't implement that in that Nirmit software, will we be able to get that result, or will it will not accept that data?
Actually, we don't have that option of, we don't have option of date of birth in the Nirmiti application. We have incidence date and we have date of death.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, your system is mute.
Anybody from Punjab is online? Punjab team?
Yes, sir. This is Kuldeep.
Please share your experience and what any suggestion you have.
Yes, sir. It's a really wonderful course. During 3 days, we have learned a lot. And I would like to thank to all the CCTMC team. And one thing I would like to say that CCTMC proved that every problem has an opportunity. So by developing Rupantran software and Nirmiti softwares. So, and one thing, sir, just I want to ask that we were checking the data of HBCR for 2 years. So we just got 1 to 2 duplicates from Susma ma'am. So does we have any software which use the specific probability things so we can be more accurate on HBCR data?
Yes, Kuldeep, nice question. We already have certain kind of software based on the data which we give as input. Based on that, it shows a probable or the possible duplicate record based on the data we have selected. So we have such kind of software and we are implementing CC. So later we can have this software available for everyone.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for your active participation. Thank you very much. And you will get the certificate through email. If you have spelling mistakes, anything, please write to us. Today or maximum tomorrow, you will get your certificates. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pratik. Thank you, Sushma. Thank you, Sonali. and entire CCE team and all the participants. And we'll conclude the session. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Sir, one more point. We will
Yes.
send the exercise for graphical presentation that all participants have to finish, complete and send to us.
Okay. Sonali, you send it. And other, my suggestion to you, you have to send them Canresh 5 manual as well as paper on Rupantaran software. You send them all the articles using the registry data. So Cancer Registry team has to read all the articles using the registry data, how your data can be converted into the research article. So using the research, using the registry data, we have produced several research articles shared to all the staff.
Okay.
And all the team members of the who are participating.
Sure.
Huh? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, all the best. And be in touch with IRC Regional Hub Mumbai. Thank you very much. Can we have photo, Pratik? Yeah, please start your. Yeah, I can see Dr. Nia. I didn't know you are online.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, sir. What about sir?
You attended the course all the 3 days?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So first day I was not able to attend due to audit. Second and third day I attended, sir.
You are in the different room, I think, not with the Deepak and other people.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
no
Yes,
problem.
sir.
You attended the course. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I request everyone, each participant to turn on their cameras. We will have a very quick group photo. It would be very helpful for us for future reference. So I request everyone to please turn on their camera for a few seconds. Just
Is it okay?
Just a moment, sir. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good day.
Have a nice
Bye-bye.
day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.